Multistep synthesis. Preparation of 4,4-diphenyl 3-butene-2-one. Step 1. Protection of the carbonyl group. Formation of the ethylene ketol fructone. Periods 1 and 2. This video will focus on key moments of Step 1 and will include Period 1 and 2 of Step 1. Our experimenters, Bibia and Spencer, will show you how to assemble the Dean-Stark apparatus for the first step and carry out the protection of the ketone group in acetoacetate, and how to distill off toluene to purify the product. Before coming to lab, calculate the amounts of all reactants and reagents needed to perform Step 1. Also, calculate the amount of water that will be formed during the reaction. Watch the introductory video Multistep Synthesis Overview. Based on the stoichiometry of this reaction, we can expect that 3.6 milliliters will be formed if you use 0.2 moles of ethyl acetoacetate. Measure 3.6 milliliters of water in a small graduated cylinder, pour into the Dean-Stark, mark the level of water with marker. Pour the water out. Lightly grease the joints. Assemble all parts, as shown. Make sure that your heating mantle is supported on an O-ring, so you can lower the heating source easily should overboiling occur. Cover the bent part of the Dean-Stark trap with glass wool to speed up the process. The wool can be covered or substituted with aluminum foil. After the reaction mixture has been refluxing for some time, you will see the formation of water toluene distillate in the trap. This process will take 1.5 hours or longer from the moment water starts collecting in the trap. Keep watching the rising water level and stop the reflux when volume of collected water is equal or slightly exceeds the double theoretical volume. The reason to wait until the volume of water in the trap doubles is that the ethylene glycol will also be distilled along with the water and toluene. It is safe to stop the reflux when water layer passes your marker line. During the reflux, prepare for the next step. Chill 20 milliliters of 10% NaOH in an ice water bath. Assemble the separatory funnel and gravity filtration setup, which includes a narrow stem funnel, 250 milliliter Erlenmeyer flask, and filter paper. Transfer the reaction mixture to a 250 milliliter separatory funnel. Rinse the round bottom flask with 3 to 5 milliliters of toluene and pour into the separatory funnel. Add 20 milliliters of chilled NaOH. After separating the layers, wash the organic layer with water twice. Use 20 to 30 milliliters of water each time. Dry the organic layer over MgSO4, gravity filter the drying agent off, rinse the Erlenmeyer flask with toluene, good practice for any filtration or transfer step, pour this rinsing through the filter paper, and cork the flask and save for the next period. In this step, you will remove toluene from your product. Set up a simple distillation apparatus. Use a 250 milliliter or 500 milliliter round bottom as a distilling pot and 100 milliliter cylinder as a receiver. Place a few boiling chips in the pot. Grease the joints. This separation is very effective due to the big differences in the boiling points. Toluene boils at 110 degrees Celsius, whereas fructone boils at 208 degrees Celsius. Pay attention to the thermometer position and connection of water hoses. Do not collect more than 100 milliliters of the distillate, or you can accidentally distill off your product. Watch the temperature closely. If it rises above 120 degrees Celsius, it might mean that you are distilling off your product. Transfer the purified product, ethylene ketol or fructone, to an Erlenmeyer flask, cork, and label it. You might prepare a sample for NMR analysis if directed by your lab instructor.